Hello all, in this tutorial we are going to make this simple interface, the menu design. Once you learn this one, then it will be very useful in your projects. If you want to make this kind of interface, then you can easily make it. So first I will be showing you the demo, then we are going to jump with HTML, CSS and then with JavaScript. We are going to use all these three technologies and we are going to build this interface. So let's get started with the demo. My website, and inside this, here I am having some content. Now you can see when I select this one, the background color is getting changed, and also this, the text color is getting changed. This also I will show you how to do. Here I am having this icon, and below this icon I am having all these icons. Here you can see, here I am having this toggle button. When I click on this, it is going to change to dark mode. So first let me start with this one. Now when I click on this arrow symbol, here I am having this kind of interface. You can see all this is getting expand. The same interface you will be seeing in YouTube as well. Now again when I close this, you can see here I am having only icons. Again when I click on this arrow, here I am having the content as well as the icon. Now below this I am having this toggle button. When I click on this, I am just going into dark mode and the content is also being changed. Again when I click on this, here I will be having dark mode and also here I am having all these things. Again when I close this, it is going to get closed. The simple interface we are going to see. I will be telling you step by step process from start till end, and at the end of this tutorial you will be able to make this complete interface by just seeing the code. So let's get started with this one. Guys, so let's get started with the project. Now here I am on my computer screen. Now inside this, first I have just created one folder called projects, and inside that I have created another folder, menu design, and inside this folder I have just pasted one logo image. You can use any logo, whichever you like, you can just use that one. Now first we are just going to do basic setup. Just right click on this and open with code. I am just going to open my Visual Studio Code. Inside this, first I will be creating this index.html, to write my HTML script, and also I am just going to create CSS file. I will just write here style.css. I will be using JavaScript inside HTML file itself, basically internal JavaScript. If you want to make separate file and if you want to write the code in that, that is also completely fine. But in this project, I am going to use internal JavaScript. Now I have created this HTML file. Now we are going to start with basic setup. I will just write this one. First let me just change the title. I will just write here designer slider. Whatever title you want, you can just give. Below this, I will be writing one comment, and inside this I am just going to write here CSS file. Below this, I am just going to link CSS file. Here I will just write my style file. This is how I am just going to link my CSS file. Below this, I am just going to write one more comment. I will just write here font awesome icons. First you can do the basic setup. Once you are done with basic setup, then we are going to start with the code. Below this, I am just going to link this font awesome link. I will come here, just type font awesome CDN. We will be having this first website. Click on this one, cdnjs.com. Inside this, we are just going to copy the first link. Here we are having multiple links. I am just going to copy this first one. I have copied, and below this I am just going to paste that link. I will save this one, and also I am just going to show you how to display this. First let me just copy this path, and inside this I am just going to paste the path. Now you can see here I am having designer slider. Let me just change the spelling. I will save this. Now if I refresh, here I am having the title. Now I am just going to open one new tab. I will just write here font awesome icons. First I am just going to show you how to get icons, because I have already copied all the icons, and based on that I am just going to paste that icon name. Before that I will show you how to use icons. Just write font awesome icons. Click on this first link. Whichever icons you want, you can use. In this project I am going to use this font awesome. Now here we are having many icons. So first I'll just come to icons, and directly you can search, or directly you can come to icons and you can search. Okay, let me just search for I'll just search for home. Now here I am having multiple icons. You can see all the icons I have got. I'll just click on this house, and here we will be having this code. Just click on this code and it will be copied. I'll come here, and below this body, let me just paste that one. I'll come to my project, I'll refresh this. Okay, it's getting loaded. You can see now here I am having this home icon. Okay, in the same way, just come to this website, type whichever icon you want and get that code. Okay, in the same way you can just display all this icon and you can get in your project. Okay, as of now I am just going to remove this one. I don't need. Later on we are going to use. Okay, this we are done. We have linked our CSS file, font awesome icons link. Now inside this style.css, I am just going to link Google Fonts. Just write here Google Fonts. I am just going to click on this first link, and from here we are having many fonts. Whichever font you are comfortable and whichever font you like, you can use that font. Okay, this is all about Google Fonts. I am just going to come to fonts. Now here I am just going to search for Poppins. Okay, we are having Roboto, we are having multiple fonts. You can use any one of your choice, or you can use the default one. Okay, let me just show you the difference as well. Now here I will be writing here H1, and inside this I'll just write here hello. I'll save. I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see here I am having this hello. Okay, this is the font. Now here I have searched for this Poppins. Okay, once you select, you can see this is the difference. Here all the content will be displayed like this. I'll just come down. I will select this 300, 400, 500. Okay, only I am not going to use all the sizes. Only to show you we can select multiple fonts. I am just showing this one. Okay, here I have selected all these things: 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 and 700. Okay, once the Poppins is selected, I'll just come to fonts, and from here I'm just going to copy this code. Okay, either I can link in HTML file or I can import in CSS. I'll just copy this one, and inside this CSS file I'm just going to paste that. I will save this. Now if I just come to my project and if I refresh this one, it is not going to work. Okay, let me just copy this path again, and here I'll just open this. Okay, even after pasting the link or importing that one, it is not going to change the font, because inside this you can see here I am having this font family. Okay, only for demo I am just going to show you. Now below this one I'll just write here body, and entire body font I just want to change. Okay, that is font family. I'll paste that one. Now I'll save. Now I'll just come here. Now if I refresh this one, you can see the font is changed. Okay, this is how we are going to use this font family. Now what I'm going to do, I'll just come here. Now before writing this body, I'll just write here star. Inside this, first I'll just write here margin to be 0 and also padding to be 0. For any content, for any tags or for any heading tags, paragraph tags, I don't need this extra margin, and also I don't need the padding. I will give here box sizing to be border box. Okay, regarding this box sizing and border box, I have already uploaded videos in my channel. Okay, if you want, you can refer that one for better understanding. And for entire project, I am just going to give this font family. I'll save this. I'm just going to remove this body from here. Now I'll just refresh this one. Again, I'm just going to have the same output, but whatever padding and margin I was having, that is been removed. Okay, we are just doing the basic setup. Once you are familiar with this one, then we can start with the project. Now below this, I'm just going to write here root. Inside this, I'm just going to paste some of the colors. Okay, I will be telling you all the color names, and also I'm just going to add the transition. Okay, don't worry if you don't know about this root, I will be explaining you this one. Okay, this is used in CSS variables. Now why we use CSS variables? Because Now in my website I am having same color each and every place. Okay, now suppose if I just want to change the entire website color, I don't have to go to each container, each content I don't have to go and change. If I directly change one variable, it is going to change everywhere. Okay, don't worry if you are not getting, I will explain you later. Okay, now I am just going to paste some of the colors here. Okay, now you can see I have just pasted these colors. This is how we are going to create variables. Okay, double hyphen body, and this variable name whatever you want you can give. But while creating variables, we should always give this double hyphen. And for body color I have given this, sidebar color I have given this white color, primary color, okay, whichever colors you want you can give. And for I have just given some transition 0.2 and 0.3. Let me just change this variable to 2 because I have just used two variables with the same name. So I am just giving here 2 and 3. Transition is 0.2 seconds and this transition is 0.3 seconds. Okay, these are called as CSS variables. Now below this I am just going to write here body, and for this body first I am just going to give the minimum height. Minimum height I will just write here 100 view height. Okay, this complete screen whatever you can see I am just going to give only so much of height. Below this I will just give background color of my body. Background color I am just going to give this body color. Okay, I have just created. For this I am just going to write here var. Okay, for variables we have to write here var. Inside this we just have to give this variable name. I just need this body color. I will save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see the body color is being changed. Below this I am just going to give transition. Okay, for entire body I just need some transition. I will just give this transition, and here I am just going to give var. Let me just write here trans 02. Okay, if you are not aware of this animation transition, for this also I have uploaded complete and detailed video. For that also you can refer. Now I will refresh this one. Now you will not be seeing any change, but this is the transition I have added. Now let me just show you one more thing. Now when I select on this, you can see background color I am having blue and text color is getting changed to white. Now here when I hover on this, background color is getting changed to this color. I am just going to change the background color now. So for that we are just going to use this selection, and inside this I will just give this background color to be this one. So here I am just going to write variable, and inside this I will just give this primary color. Okay, whichever colors you want you can just give. Now without refreshing, if I just select, you can see this is the background color. I will refresh. Now when I click on this, here I am having this background color and color is black. So for that, below this I will just write here color I am just going to give here white. Let me just come down. I will just write here color var, and for white color I have given sidebar color. Okay, I am just going to give the same thing. I will save this. Now I will refresh this one. Now when I hover on this, you can see background color and also color is being changed. Okay, now we are done with this basic setup. What we have done, we have linked a CSS file, font awesome icons, and also I have shown you how to get the icons, how to display the icons. The next thing we have done is we have imported font awesome, that is pop-ins, then basic form, then we have just given the basic stylings. Okay, body we have given selection, whichever stylings you are comfortable you can give. But in this project I am going to use this kind of stylings. Okay, now next we are going to start with HTML part. Now we are going to start with the HTML part. First let me just tell you. Now here I am having this logo. Now when I click on this, here I am having all this content. So what I am going to do, this white color I am going to make one complete navbar. Okay, this entire thing I will just make it as section, and this I am just going to make as navbar. Okay, this entire white container. First I will come here from my project. First I am just going to remove this hello from here. Here, okay, I am just going to create the HTML part, and also I am just going to give the classes as well. Okay, even if you want to follow the same tutorial, you can give the same class names or you can give different class name, but whatever stylings I give inside style.css, accordingly you have to style. Okay, now for this navbar, I'm just going to give the class name as slider, and also I'm just going to give the close. Okay, because here I'm having this arrow mark. When I click on this, it will open, and again when I click on this, it is going to close. So for that, I'm just going to give one more class. Now inside this navbar, I'm just going to create two sections. First will be my header, and below this header, I'm just going to create one div. And for this div, I'll just give the class name as menu bar. Okay, I will be explaining you. This header part is for this one. Okay, now this entire, here I am having Khanam, designer, slider and logo. Okay, this all three things will come inside header, and inside that div section, I will be having all these icons. Okay, so first is my nav. Inside that I am having two sections, that is header and div container. Now inside this header, what I am having logo and I am having two text. Okay, that is Khanam and designer, slider. So that entire thing I am just going to wrap inside one div, and for this div I'll just give the class name as logo section. Okay, whatever class name you want you can give. I'm just going to give here logo section. Let me just give here section. Okay, this div is containing my logo and also my text. Now for logo, let me just create here span, and for this span I'll just give the class name as image. Inside this span, I'll just give the image, and my image is nothing but this logo.png. Directly I'm just going to give this logo.png. I'll save this. In alt you can just write here logo. Now I'll come to my project. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see here I am having this logo. What I have done, I have just created one nav. Inside this nav I am having two sections, header and div. Inside this header, the logo, and I am just going to create the text as well. Now below this span, I am just going to create one div. For this div, I will just give the class name as text, and also I will be giving logo text. Okay, because I am just going to give different styling, so I am just going to give two classes. Now here let me just write here span. For this span, I will just give the class name as heading. Inside this, I will just write here Khanam. Below this, I am just going to create another span, and for this span, let me just write here subheading. Subheading, and inside this, I will just write here design slider. Design slider. I'll save this. Now let me just refresh this one. You can see here I am having Khanam, and then here I am having design slider. Okay, inside this nav I am having two children. This is my first child header, and this is my second child div container. Then inside this header I am having only one child, that is div, which is holding my logo and also my text. Okay, now below this div container, okay, now header, this is the first child. Now header second child will be my that arrow. Okay, for icons I have already created this one. I am just going to copy this, and inside this I am just going to paste that one. Okay, I have already shown you how to get the icons and how to paste that in the project. For this, one more class I am just going to add here, that is toggle. I'll save. Now I'll just refresh this one. You can see here I am having this icon. Okay, I have given the wrong icon. I have given the logo icon. I should be giving this icon. Let me just come here. Okay, I have not pasted the icon here. So what I am going to do, let me just write the name. I'll just remove this one, and for this I'll just write here solid. I want solid arrow, and also I'll just write here FA caret. I want on right side, so I'll be giving here right. I'll save this. Now if I refresh this one, you can see here I am having this arrow mark. Now if I give here left, I'll be having left icon. Okay, it's very simple to remember. Now here I will be having this one. Okay, it is, this position will be changed. So again I am just going to give here right. Okay, now what I have got this first header section. Inside this header I am having all this logo, text and this icon. Okay, we are done with the first child of navbar. Now we are coming inside this second child. Okay, that is menu bar. Now inside this menu bar, what I am going to do, I am just going to create one more div which will be holding my entire menu. I'll just write here div, and here I am just going to give here menu. Inside this menu, I'll just create here UL. For this I'll just give here menu links. Okay, later on we are just going to give the stylings. As of now I'm just going to give the classes. I will format the document. Now inside this UL I'll be creating links, li, and for this let me just write here nav link. Okay, first what I have given nav links, links inside UL. For li I am just giving nav link. Okay, so don't get confused with this one. Now inside this let me just create one anchor tag. I'll just write here hash. Okay, if you want to redirect to separate pages, then you can give that page file name here. As of now I don't want to get redirected, so I'm just going to give here hash. Inside this, first let me just paste this house icon. Now here I'm having this house. I'll copy this one, and inside this anchor tag I'm just going to paste. Below that I need one heading, so here let me just copy this, and here I'll be pasting that one. And for this let me just remove this. In place of that I'll just give the class name as text, and also I'm just going to give one more class, that is nav text. Now here I'll be giving dashboard, SHBOARD, dashboard. I'll save this. Now if I just refresh this one, now here I am having home and here I am having dashboard. Now why this is in blue color? Because okay, I have enclosed this inside anchor tag, so that is in blue color. Okay, this is how we are going to design. Okay, this is our first child of nav and this is the second child. Inside this second child, what I have done, again I have wrapped entire thing inside one div container. After that I have created this unordered list. Inside this I am just creating this li, and inside li I am having anchor tag. Inside anchor tag I have just given the content. Now in the same way we just have to copy this one, paste it here. Okay, class, whatever class name I am having, the class names will be same. Next I'll just copy this one, chart, and here I'll be pasting that one. Now in place of this dashboard let me just write here revenue. I'll save this. Now I'll refresh this one. Now you can see here I am having revenue. Then notification, library, history. I'll just copy this again, and below this I am just going to paste. Now what I am going to do, here I am having this icon. Okay, now for all the icons I am having the same design, so I am just going to add one common class icon. For this also let me just add here icon, and here also I will be adding here icon. Okay, multiple cursors you can get and you can add like that also. Let me just see what I am having, notification. So I'll just copy this bell, and here I'll be pasting that one, and let me just change it to notification. I'll copy this icon, and for this I'm just adding this class. Again I'll copy this. Then below this icon I'm having library. I'll just copy this one. Okay, in the same way I'm just going to paste all the icons. I'll paste, and here I'll be writing icon, and in place of notification I will be writing library. Then after library we are having history. So let me just copy this li, and below this li I'll be pasting that one. I'll remove this. Here I'll be writing history. I'll copy this clock, and here I'll be pasting that one. Then next we are having liked videos, show more, and log out. I'll copy, paste. Let me just get multiple cursor and write icon, and here I'll just change the spelling, ICON, and icon and icon. Okay, everything is same. Library, history, liked videos, history, library, history, liked videos. For liked videos I'll just copy this one. I'm just going to paste here. Again I'll copy, show more, and then we are having logout. Here I'll be writing show more, then logout. show more, I'll just paste this icon. Then for logout, I'm just going to paste this one here, and here I'll just write here icon. I'll save this. Now let me just show you the output. Now when I refresh this one, I'm having all the content, okay, all the icons and also all the dashboard is been displayed. Now below this dashboard, I am having this moon, I am having this dark mode text, and here I am having this toggle button. So now what I am going to do, inside this, let me just come here, inside this menu bar, I have wrapped entire thing inside one div container. Okay, inside this div container, I am having all the content. So now below this div container, I am just going to create one more div, and for this I will just give the class name as last section. Okay, so don't get confused with this one. First is my div container. Inside this I am having two children. First for my icons and all the content, and second is for this toggling and everything. Now inside this last section, first let me just write here UL. Now inside this I will be writing here LI. Inside for this LI, let me just give the class. I'll just remove this one. I'll just write here LI. For this I'll just give here mode dot toggling. Okay, two classes I have just given. Let me just change the spelling. Now inside this I'll just give this one. I'll come here. I'll copy this moon icon. I'll copy this one, and inside this LI I'm just going to paste. Okay, directly I'm just going to paste the icon here, and for this I'll just give the class name. I'll just give the class name as icon. Okay, what I have done, don't get confused. Inside this menu bar, first I have created the icons and dashboard. Then second child I am creating this one. Inside this I have created an ordered list, and inside first LI I have given the moon icon. Okay, here we are having this LI, and inside this directly I have just given the icon. Now what I am going to do, I am just going to wrap this icon inside one container. For this let me just write here sun moon. Now this entire LI, okay, not LI, this entire I am just going to wrap inside this div. Now basically this LI is having the div as the child, and inside this div container we are having this icon. Now below this one, okay, inside this LI itself, below this div I am just going to add one span. For this span I'll just give the class name as mode text. Okay, later on when we give the stylings, then you will understand this in more better way. As of now we are just writing HTML code, dark mode. Okay, what I have done, inside this UL I have created one list tag. Inside this list I have added two children. First is the div container for icon, and second is the text, okay, for writing the text. Now again I am just going to add one more div container inside this. I'll just add here div. For this I'll just give here toggle switch. Okay, inside only one LI we are going to add this three children. Toggle switch, I'll just come here. Now here I'll just give the span. Okay, later on we are just going to style this one. For this I'll just give the class name as switch. Okay, as of now you will not see anything. When we style this one, you will be able to see the toggle button. Then our div is closed. Inside this LI we are having all these three children, which is containing our icon, which is having the dark mode, and also which is having the switch. Now we have closed our UL, and also we have closed this div container, and this div container is this one, okay, this menu bar, last child of the nav, and finally we are having this nav, okay, that is the parent. Okay, again I am just going to explain this nav section. Inside this nav, basically I am having two children. Okay, this header is the first child, and this menu bar is the second child. Inside this header, what I have done, I have created two children. First is my div, and second is my icon tag. Now inside this div, here I am having the logo, and here I am having the text. Okay, this is how we are just going to explain this one. Then inside this menu bar, I am having two things. Okay, first are my icons and the content, and second is my toggle switch. So for that, first I am just creating this div container for icon and content, and this div container is the last one, okay, that is my toggling switch. This div is having two children, that is the first one, and this is the second one. Now inside this first, I have created UL, then here I am having LIs, and inside that I am having all the content and icons. Then for last one, I have created one div, and inside I am having UL, Inside li, I am having the first child which is having the icon, second child is the text, and finally third child is the switch. Okay, this when we click on this, the text will be changing automatically. Okay, that we are going to see in JavaScript. Now below this navbar we are having another section. Let me just write here section, and for this section I'll just give the class name as home. Inside this section, let me just give here div.text, and for this text I will be creating here, let me first write here slider design technique, or whatever we want you can give. Below this I'm just going to create here 4 paragraphs into 4. Inside each paragraph I'll just give some text here, here, here and here. Let me just write here lorem 20. I'll enter, and I will be adding one more lorem 20. I'll save this. I'll come here. Now if I refresh this one, you can see here I am having this moon. Okay, why it is not in blue color? Because moon I have not wrapped in anchor tag. Here I am having all the content. Okay, now later next section we are going to see how to give CSS stylings. Once we give CSS stylings, then we are going to align it properly. We are going to give all these designs. Okay, this is our HTML part. I have given all the classes, everything I have given here. If you want, you can copy the exact same class, or you can give your own classes. But while I am doing CSS stylings, then accordingly you have to style that one, or else you will not be getting the exact result. We are done with our HTML part. Next section we will be starting with the CSS part. Okay guys, now this will be our third section. In this I will be doing the CSS styling. In our previous section we have seen this HTML part. Okay, we have displayed this entire thing only using HTML. Now we are going to design in such a way that this entire website, this entire thing should be looking like this. Okay, so for that we are going to add stylings inside this one. I'll just come to style sheet, and previously we have added all the stylings. Okay, we have given all this body, we have given all the, we have created all the variables, and also we have given this basic stylings here. Let me just come here. Now when I select this one, you can see the background color and also the text color is getting changed. Okay, entire thing we have done here inside this selection. Now what we are going to do, we are going to design one by one each element inside HTML. We are going to design now. Now I'll come to HTML. Now first I'm just going to start with the slider. I'll copy this one, okay, which is having my logo, which is having my text and also icons and everything. Whatever we are having, that is wrapped inside this nav. Okay, that is slider. For classes we should use here dot, so I'm just giving here dot. First for this one I'll be giving the position. I'm just going to give here fixed. I'll save this. Now I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see now the position is fixed, which means that I am just telling this position should be fixed for the slider. Now I'll give the top I want 0, and also left I want 0, because I want it should be stuck on top and also on left side. Now if I refresh, we will not be seeing any change, but when we give the color, then you can see. First let me just give the background color or background, you can use anything. Inside this I'm just going to give here variable, and for this I'll just give my sidebar color, okay, for which I have given white color. I am just giving that one. Now if I refresh this, you can see this is my sidebar fixed, and also top 0, left 0. Now if you see here, height is not taking, okay, how much content I am having here, only that much it is taking the color. So for that what I am going to do, I will just give here height I will just give here complete 100%. I want it to take complete 100%, so I'll just give here 100%. Now you can see the height will be increased. For this I'll just give the width I'm just going to give here 250 pixel. Okay, width I want out of 1000, I'm just giving here 250 pixel. You can see 250 pixel. Below this I will give here Z index. Okay, Z index means whatever value we are having behind, we can just bring them up. Okay, as we are using position, so you will not see any effect, but if you remove this, okay, but when we are scrolling, if you don't want this should be overlapping, for that we can use here Z index. Next, finally I am just going to give here transition. Why I am adding transition? Because whenever I click on this arrow symbol, you can see there will be a slight transition. So for that I am just adding here transition. I will just write here var, and for transition I have just created this variable transition. Let me give here 03. You can give 02 or 03, okay, based on your requirement you can give this transition property. Now I will refresh this one. Now anyhow it is not going to work because still we have not added any JavaScript here. Okay, this is for my slider. Now when I click on this arrow symbol, you can see when I click on this it is going to open, and this white color, this with this 250 pixel. Now again when I click on this, I want only this particular width. So what I am going to do here, I will just write here slider, and whenever I click on this close, okay, while using JavaScript I will explain you again, but when I click on that arrow symbol, I want this width should be reduced. I will copy, I will paste this one. I just want around 88 pixel. Okay, this width is 88 pixel here, so I am just giving here 88. Now I will refresh this one. As soon as I refresh this one, this is taking only 88 pixel. Okay, this width it is taking, but as of now I don't need this one. Whenever I click on this close, only then I should be getting this width. Okay, now I will just comment this one. Later on I will be uncommenting that one. Now inside this slider we are having this li tags. You can see we are having all these li tags. Inside this li we are having this anchor tag. Inside this anchor tag we are having this icon, and we are having this content. So what I am going to do, I will just write here slide bar dot, sorry, I should be writing here li, which is my element. For this I will just give the height. Height I will give as 50 pixel. I will save this. Now I will refresh this one. Now you can see each li will be taking 50%, okay, 50 pixel of height. Next, let me just give here list style type to be none. Okay, directly you can give inside ul, or you can give here also. I will be giving here none. I don't want any stylings for my li. I will refresh this one. Okay, here if you have, okay, if you are not having any content, no, here right side if you are not having, then we will be seeing the dots. Okay, let me just tell you what I am saying. Now let me just comment these two lines, and also I will be commenting this line. Now I will refresh this one. Now you can see this dots whatever I am having here, just to remove that one I am adding here list style type to be none. Now if I refresh this, you can see I will not be having that dots. Okay, as I have given this default padding and margin, that extra space whatever we are having, that we are not able to see here. Okay, that is the reason we were not able to see dots, but the dots will be present. So to remove that one, I am just adding this list style type to be none. Then next, let me just add here display flex. Okay, because whatever content we are having, if we want to bring side by side, then we will be adding this display to be flex. I will refresh this one, but as both are in display flex, and also for this li we are not having, we are having only one child. So this will be aligned properly now. Now what I am going to do, I will just write here align items to be center. Align items to be center. I will save this. Now as soon as I refresh this one, they will be aligned properly. Okay, now while you are coding, no, then you will be able to see the proper difference. Maybe you are not able to see the exact difference what happened here, but when you make this kind of projects, then you will be able to see the difference. Then below this, I will just give here margin top. Okay, you can give height or margin top, whatever you want you can give. I am just giving the extra possibilities whatever we can use here. I will just write here margin top. I will save this. Now I will refresh this one. Now you can see here I will be having margin top of 10 pixel. As already I have given height, so if you give then also no problem, if you don't give then also no problem. Now what I am going to do, I will be designing the icons now. Now for each icon I have given the class as icon. I will copy this one, and here I am just going to paste. Now icon, I will just copy this slider. Inside this I will be pasting that icon. Now for this icon, first I am just going to give the minimum width. Okay, whatever width I want to my icon, I am just going to give that one. I need 60 pixel of width. Now I will refresh this one. Now you can see they will be getting 60 pixel of width. Okay, now you are not able to see. Let me just give background color. I will just give this. I will save. Now if I refresh this one, you can see this is my icon width. Okay, it is having 60 pixel. Below this, I am just going to give here border radius. Border radius, let me just give here around 6 pixel. 6 pixel. I will save. Now I will refresh this one. You can see the radius is being changed. Now for this, I will be giving the height. Height I will just write here 100% of the height. I will save this. I will refresh this one. You will not see any change because it is taking complete 100% of height itself. So we are not able to see any change. Now what I am going to do, I will just copy this two properties, and below this I am just going to paste display flex, align items to be center, and also justify content to be center. Now I will save this. Now if I refresh this, you can see the entire icon has come in the middle. Okay, this entire icon, whatever width we are having here, suppose this is having around 200. So in middle it will be coming like this. Okay, this is how we are just going to display. And also I will be giving the font size. Okay, for this we have to give font size because icon will be treated as a text. So how we increase the text size, in the same way we have to increase the font size. Now you can see the icon width is been increased. Okay, this is how I am just going to design the icon. Now next I will be designing this. Let me just copy. Here I will be pasting that one, and also for text I just want to design. Instead of this icon, I will be writing my text. Okay, for each LI I have given this one. You can see for this I have given text for dashboard revenue. For that I am just going to use this. Okay, somewhere I am getting error. Let me just check. Okay, here I have given dot. Instead of that I just have to give here comma and dot. For this I will be giving the color. Color, let me just write here var, and inside this I will be adding here text color. And below this I will be adding the transition for this. Transition, let me just add here var transition of 3 or 2, whatever it is. I will give here 3. I will close this. I will save this one. Now if I refresh this, you can see the color is been changed. Whatever color we are having here, okay, text color, that is been given to text as well as it is been given to icons. Okay, now I want separate content, okay, separate design for this text. So let me just copy this one, and below this I will be pasting. Okay, this is the common design. So I have just separated with comma, and I have given this stylings. Now only for text I want to give the stylings. So I will just remove this, and also I have removed that icon. Now for this let me just give the font size. I will copy. Here I will be pasting that one. Instead of this 20, I will be giving 17 pixel. Now let me just come here. I will refresh this one. You can see the font size will be increased by 1 pixel. Okay, default font size is 16 pixel. I have just given 17 pixel. That is only 1 pixel I have increased. Now below this I will be giving here font weight of 500. I will save this. I will refresh this one. You can see the font will be increased. You can either give bold, lightweight, okay, whatever you want you can give. Next I will be giving here white space. White space is no wrap. Okay, what I am telling, I don't want it to wrap. So I am just giving here no wrap. I will refresh this one. Okay, later on you will be seeing all the effects. As of now I am just giving this. And also I am just going to give the opacity. Opacity I will be giving it as 1. I will save this. By default the opacity of each and every element will be 1. Okay, we can increase or decrease this opacity. If I give here 0.2, I will show you 0.2, 0.2. I will save this. I will refresh this one. You can see the opacity is decreased. Okay, by default it will be 1. Okay, later on when we are doing hover effects or something like that, then we can use this kind of opacities as well. Okay, we are just doing basic stylings, so don't get confused what we are doing here. Okay, now why I am giving this opacity 1, let me just show you. Now when I click on this, you can see here I am having all the content. Now again when I click on this, this should disappear, the content should disappear. So what I will do, I will copy this one. In the same way how we have given here for close, I will copy, here I will be pasting that one. Let me just remove this. Now whenever I click on this close, the text color, I will come here. Inside this text, I just want to decrease the opacity. Okay, this is what I am telling here. I just want 0 here. Okay, whenever I click on this, I should be getting this. Again when I click on this, that content whatever we are having here, that should disappear. Okay, in the same way I will refresh this one. Now we are not able to see, because whatever we are having here, that will be taking the higher priority. So as of now what I will do, yes, I will comment out this one. So as of now what I am going to do, I am just going to comment out this one. Okay, later on when we add JavaScript, that time we are just going to use that. Okay, till now we have seen the slider part, and also we have given stylings to icons, text and everything. Now what we are going to do, now we are going to style this header part. I will come here, I will be writing one comment, I will just write here header. Okay, this slider close, I will be uncommenting this one when I will be writing JavaScript code. For this, first I will be writing slider, and here I will be writing header element. Okay, for header I have not given any class, this is the element. Okay, so you can see this is my HTML element, so I am not going to give any dot or any hash here. Directly I am just going to give the name. For this I will be giving here position to be relative. Position relative. I will save this. Now I will just refresh this one. Now my this header will be position relative. Okay, if you don't know about this position, then I will be uploading this complete CSS video on positions. We are having relative, fixed and everything. We are going to see that as well. Then below this, let me just copy this, and here I will be pasting that one. I will remove. Now inside this, I just want to design this logo section. I will come here. Now we are having this logo section, which is having our logo and also the text. I will copy. This is the class. So here I will be adding this dot. For this I will be giving here display to be flex. Display to be flex. Okay, let me just explain you why I am giving this. Now inside this logo section, this is my first child and this is my second child. Okay, you can see both logo and this content are on top of each other. Now as soon as I refresh this one, this is my logo and this content. Okay, this content has come here. Okay, so for that I have just given here display to be flex, and also I am just going to give here align items to be center. Okay, so that it will be aligned properly. I will refresh this. Let me just refresh this one. You can see now my content has come here. Okay, these both are aligned properly in the middle. Now next I am just going to design the logo text. I will copy, and here I will be pasting that one. Inside this we are just having here logo text. I will copy this class, and here in place of this I am just going to paste that one. Now for this text, first let me just give here display flex. Here I am having display flex. I will just remove this one. Now for this I am just going to give here flex direction. Flex direction I am just going to give here column. Okay, we are having row, column. I am just going to give here column. I will refresh this one. Now you can see first Khanam and designer was in same line. As soon as I gave that one, here I am having Khanam and here I am having this designer on the second line. Okay, this is how these properties are very useful. Now next I am just going to design this header. Inside this header I just want to design this logo section. I will copy, and inside this logo section I just want to design this heading. I will copy this one, and here I will be pasting that. Now for this heading I will just give here margin top. I just want some margin from top, so I will just give here 16 pixel. I will save this. I will refresh this one. Now you can see I got margin top of 16 pixel. Next I am just going to give here align items to be center, and justify content to be center, okay, so that the elements whatever I am having that will be aligned properly. I will just give here align and justify content both to be center. Now I will refresh this one. Then later on we are just going to add the next stylings. Okay, now after this I am just going to write here header element. Inside this header element I just want to design the text, okay, that are the headings. I will copy, here I will be pasting that one. Inside this I just want to design this one. I will just paste that here. For this first I am just going to give here margin top to be 2 pixel, okay, only 2 pixel of margin I need, so I am just giving here 2 pixel. I will save this, I will refresh this one. Now for this I will be having margin top of 2 pixel. Next I will be giving font size. Font size, let me just write here 18 pixel. Okay, default will be 16 pixel. I am just increasing 2 pixel for this. Now I will refresh. Now the font size is been increased. Next I am just going to give here font weight. I will just come here. I will copy from here font weight, and here I will be pasting that one. Instead of 5 I will just give here 600. I will save this. Now I will refresh this one. You can see the font weight is increased. Now below this we are just going to design the subheading. I will copy, here I will be pasting that one. Now below this we are having subheading. I am just going to copy this one. Now in place of this heading I will be pasting that subheading. Now for this subheading, margin top I will just give here -2 pixel. Font size, let it be 16 pixel, okay, default one. If you do not give then also it will be 16 pixel, and this I do not need. Instead of this I am just going to give here display to be block. I will just write here display to be block. I will save this. I will refresh this one. Okay, now here I am having all the stylings. Why I have given display block? Because this span is our inline element. Now once I give this display block, we can just change that one. Now instead of this inline, it will be block level element. Okay, so I have just changed the block. Now next we are just going to design the image. Okay, here we are having this image. So what I am going to do, I will just copy this slider header, and below this I am just going to paste. Now for this I am just going to design the image. For this image, first I will be giving display flex, justify content and align items to be center. Okay, all these 3 properties I am just going to give here. I will paste. Now I will just refresh this one. Okay, you will not see any effect, but when I decrease the size then you will see that. Okay, let me just show you. I will copy, and here I will be paste. Now inside this image class we are having this image element, okay, image tag. For this I will be giving the width, let me just give here 70 pixel, and also I am just going to give border radius. Okay, if you do not give then also fine. I am just going to give here 6 pixel. I will save this. I will refresh this one. You can see now we are having this Khanam logo we are having here. We are having the content and also we are having the subheading here. Okay, this is how we are just going to give. Border radius we are not going to see because this is the PNG image, and also I have not added any background color for that. Now for my icons, let me just remove that color. I do not need that background color. I will comment this one. Now when I refresh this, you can see the background color has gone, and here only icons are being displayed. Okay, now after this what we are going to design? We are going to design that arrow mark, okay, toggling one. When I click on that it should open, and when I click on that it should close. So for that here I will be writing toggle btn. Below this I will be writing here slider. Inside slider I am having header, and for icon I have given this toggle class. Okay, let me just write the toggle class, toggle. Now you can see for this icon I have given the class as toggle. Now for this we are just going to add the design. I will be giving here position. Position I am just going to give here absolute. Okay, already I have given here position relative for my header. So now for my icon I am just going to give here position absolute. Okay, because it will be relative to its container, okay, its parent. Now below this I will be giving here top. Let me just write here 50 pixel. I will save this. I will refresh this one. Okay, now top is 50 pixel. Now below this I am just going to give right, let me just write here minus 25 pixel. Okay, accordingly you can give this value. It's not necessary that you have to give that value only. Okay, you can see after giving minus 25, here I am having this. Below this let me just write here transform. Transform property I will write here translate y. Okay, in position y I just want to rotate it to 50%, translate y, and also I am just going to give here rotate. Rotate I will be giving here 180 degree. 180 degree. I will save this. Now I will just refresh this one. You can see the content. Okay, this arrow mark is changed. This arrow symbol is changed to left side. For this I will be giving height. Height let me just write here 25 pixel, and also width I am just going to give. Width I will be giving here 25 pixel. For this I will be giving the background color. Background color I will just write here var, and inside this I will be adding this primary color. I will save this. I will refresh this one. You can see the height, width, and this background color is been added. For this I will be giving the color as well. Color I will just write here var slide bar color, that is white color. Sidebar color. Okay, the arrow color will be changed. I will come. I will refresh this one. You can see the arrow color is changed. Below this I will be adding the border. Border let me just write here border radius. Border radius I will just write here 50%. Okay, out of 100 I am just going to give here 50% of border. Now when I refresh this one, it will become circle. Now below this again I am just going to add all these properties: display, align items, and justify content, because as you see that it is not aligned properly. You can see it is not in the middle. Now as soon as I refresh this one, it will come exactly in the middle. Okay, so that is the reason I have given these three properties: display, align, and justify content. If we are not having any children for that one, then content inside that will come in center. Okay, so for that we will be using this. For this I will be adding font size. Font size let me just add here 22 pixel, and also I just need cursor to be changed, cursor pointer, and for this also I will be adding transition. Let me just add here transition. Transition of 00 trans 02. I will save this. Now I will refresh this one. You can see the font size has been increased and everything is working. Okay, everything is working now. Now whenever I click on this, you can see the arrow, the symbol, it is changed, and also here we are having this. So in the same way I am just designing this one. Okay, when we are writing JavaScript code, then we will be changing this position of this arrow mark. Okay, as of now we will be having this one. Okay, when it is open, at that time we are having this arrow symbol design. So the arrow symbol is in this position. I will come down. Okay, now whenever it is in dark mode, the arrow symbol is getting changed. Okay, so for that what I am going to do, I will just write here body, and whenever it is dark, in dark mode, I just want to add that colors. I will just write here slider. Inside this slider, inside header, I just want to change this toggle color. I will be writing here color. Color let me just write here text color var. That is my text color. Okay, whatever I am given, whatever I have given for the text color, I am just adding that one. Now I will refresh this one. Sorry, I will refresh my project. Now that color will not be added. Let me just comment this one. Later on I am just going to add uncomment this one, and I will be adding this. Okay, now when I click on this close, okay, let me just add this as well. I will copy, and here I will be pasting that one. Now for this sidebar, when I click on close, okay, this close one you don't get confused. When I click on this close, the rotation should be changed. Okay, this arrow rotation position should be changed. I will paste that here. Now here I am having this toggle minus 50%, and here I will just write here 0 degree. I will save this. Now when I refresh this one, you can see the position is being changed. So as of now I am just going to comment this one as well. Later on we are just going to uncomment this entire thing. Next content, we are just going to design this menu. So for that I will come here, I will be writing one comment, I will just write here menu design. I will be adding more stars here. Menu design. Below this I am just going to add here slider. Inside this I am just adding here menu. For this I will just give here margin top of 40 pixel. Okay, I will just show you. I will save this. Now I will just refresh this one. You can see I got this margin top of 40 pixel. Before that, let me just give one background color. Background color I will give this. I will comment this one. Now when I refresh this, you can see this is my background color. Now as soon as I gave this margin top 40 pixel, I will refresh this one. You can see this color, this space whatever I got, that is for this one. Okay, margin top of 40 pixel. I will save this. Now I will refresh this one. The background color is gone. Now inside this we are having li. You can see inside this menu we are having this li. So for that I am just going to design. I will just come here. I will be writing here slider. Inside this slider we are having li. For this li we have given the class as, let me just okay, for this one, okay, for this toggling let me just design. I will copy this and here I will be pasting that one. First let me just write here border radius to be 6 pixel. Before that I will be giving background color. Background color I will just write here var, and inside this I am just going to write here primary color light. Refresh this one. Okay, this is the design. Okay, for switch I am just going to give the design. Border radius I have given, background color I have given. Now I will be giving here cursor to be pointer, and also I am just going to give here transition. Transition is nothing but around I will just write here var, and inside this let me just add here 3. I will save this. Now I will just come here. Now inside this I will be adding slider. Inside slider I just want to design this anchor tags. For this anchor tag, first I am just going to give here text decoration. Text decoration to be none. Okay, I will tell you why I am giving this. When you see this, for this icon and for this content, for this text we are having this underline. Now as soon as I refresh this one, okay, that underline and everything has gone. Below this I will be giving background color for this one. Background color, let me just write here var, and I will be adding this primary light color. I will save this. I will refresh this one. You can see the background color is been added. Below this I will be adding here width to be 100%, and also I am just going to add the height to be 100%. I will save this. Now when I refresh this one, you can see width is taking complete 100% and height is also taking complete 100%. Now below this I will be adding color. Let me just write here var, and for this I will be giving here text color. I will save this. I will come here. I will refresh this one. Okay, the color is been changed. Okay, text color. And also I am just going to give border radius. Let me just add here border radius of around 6 pixel, and also I am just going to increase the font size of 17 pixel, and later I am just going to give font weight of 500, and transition, let me just copy from here and here I will be pasting that. I will save this. Now when I refresh this one, okay, these are the changes for anchor tag. Okay, for this it is not getting applied because for that we are having the separate container, and also okay, this content we are just going to check later. Okay, this entire stylings I have just given for the anchor tag. Next I am just going to give hover effect. I will copy this one, and below this I am just going to paste. Now here I will be adding here hover. Whenever I hover on that, I just have to change the background color. Now in place of this background color, I will just add here primary color. I will save. I will refresh this one. Now you can see whenever I hover on this, I am getting transition also. Okay, you can see whenever I hover on this, I will be getting this kind of transitions. Okay, so for that we have just added this transition. Now below this, for icons also I am just going to change. I will copy, here I will be pasting. Now whenever I click on this, I just want to change the color of icon. Okay, let me just add here dot icon. I will separate by comma. I will copy this one and here I will be pasting that, and instead of icon I will just write here text. For this I will just change the color. I will be giving here sidebar color. Okay, whenever I hover on that, this icon color should also be changed. I will refresh this one. You can see now whenever I hover on this, okay, I have given background color. I just have to give here color. I will save this. I will refresh this one. Now you can see the icon color is also getting changed and also the text color is getting changed. Okay, it is not visible. You can see for this logout, when I hover on this, I am getting this color to be changed to white. Okay, in the same way, when we click on the dark mode, okay, for that also we have to add the stylings. Okay, later on we are just going to see the dark mode. I will just write comment and leave here dark mode, and dark mode will be ending here, dark mode end. Now I am just going to add, I will be giving the stylings for my sidebar. I will just write here slider. Inside this slider, I am just going to give here menu bar. Okay, this menu bar I am just going to design. Okay, this one we are having here. Let me just come down. I will just come up. For this menu bar I am just going to design, which is having this entire container. Okay, the last child. For this, first let me just give the height. Height I am just going to calculate here. Out of 100%, I am just going to give here minus 55 pixel. I will save this. Okay, remaining whatever it is calculated, let me just write here calc. Okay, this is like advanced CSS. So if you are not getting, then you can give the basic stylings as well. I have just calculated this one and I have given this stylings. Okay, now for this I will be giving display flex. Let me just write here display to be flex, and also I am just going to give flex direction. Flex direction I will be giving here column, and finally I am just going to give here justify content. Justify content to be space between, and lastly I am just going to write here overflow to be scroll. Okay, these are the stylings I have just given for my menu bar. I will come, I will refresh this one. Okay, now you can see here I am having this scroll bar. Okay, because I have given overflow to be scroll bar. Okay, let me just write here overflow y. Only in y direction I need scroll bar, so I have just given that one. I will refresh this. Now only on my y direction I am having this scroll bar. Okay, but this scroll bar, it should not be visible. So for that we are having one property. I am just going to add that. I will be writing here menu bar. Okay, if we are having larger content, then we want it to scroll, but we don't want that scroll bar should display. So for that we should just use this one webkit underscore scroll bar, and inside this we just have to write here display to be none. Okay, when we give this property, then our scroll bar will be hidden. Now I will refresh. You can see the scroll bar has gone, but we will be having the scrolling this one, okay, scrolling effect, because here we have given overflow y to be scroll. Now we are going to design this mode, okay, that is toggling one. I will just come here. Now below this, first let me just write here slider, and inside this slider I just want to design this menu bar, and inside this menu bar I am having this mode. Okay, I am just going to paste this class mode. For this, first I will be giving the border radius. Border radius, let me just give around 6 pixel. Then I will be giving background color. Background color I will just give that var, and inside this I will be adding this light color. Below this I will be giving position. For this position I am just going to give here relative. And finally I am just going to give the transition. Transition, let me just write here var, and inside this I am just going to add this transition of 0 to. I will save this. Now below this I am just going to design this. Let me just copy, and here I will be pasting that one, and here I will just close this. Now inside this menu bar I am having this mode, and I just want to style this sun moon. Let me just copy, and here I will be pasting that one. And for this, first I am just going to give the height. Let me just bring down height. I will be giving 50 pixel, and weight I am just going to give 60 pixel. Weight, okay, basically it is width. I will just give here width. I am just going to give here 60 pixel. Now I am just going to design the icon. I will copy this, and inside this I am just going to paste. Now for this I am just going to design this icon I. For this I will just give position to be absolute. Okay, for the parent I have already given position relative, and for this child I am just giving position to be absolute. Below this, when it is in dark mode, I will just write here dark, and for this I am just going to give this mode. Whenever it is in dark mode, I just want this sun moon, okay, this entire container, this sun moon container, and also I am just going to give this I. And for this FA moon, I just want to decrease the opacity. I'll just give the opacity as 0. Okay, when it is in dark mode, I don't want it to display. Okay, I don't want this moon should be displayed. Okay, so for that reason I have just given the opacity as 0. Now finally we are just going to design this last section. I will copy this last section, and here I will be pasting that one. And for this, before that, let me just give this menu bar here. I will be writing here menu bar. Inside this menu bar, I just want to design this last section, and inside that last section I just want to design this toggle switch. I will come here, and here I will be pasting that class. Now for this, first I will be giving this position to be absolute. After position I am just going to give here right. Let me just give here 0. Okay, for right I don't want to give any sizes, so I am just going to give here 0. Height I will just give here complete 100%. Okay, it should take complete 100% of the parent. Then I will be giving minimum width. Okay, this is basically my switch, 60 pixel. And for this I am just going to give here display to be flex. Okay, when we give this display flex, if we give to parent, and if that parent is having only one child, whatever content we are having inside that will come exactly in the middle. Or if that parent is having 2 to 3 children, then the content will be coming side by side. I have given display flex, align items to be center, and also justify content to be center. Okay, I have given these 3 basic properties. Then I will be giving here border radius to be 6 pixel. And finally I am just going to give here cursor to be pointer. Okay, these properties I have just added. Let me just copy this again, and below this I am just going to paste. Now for this toggle switch, now inside this toggle switch we are having this switch, and here I will be pasting that switch. Now for this, first I am just going to give position to be relative. Then I will be giving height. Let me just remove this right, I don't need. Height I will be giving here 22 pixel. And width I will just give here 40 pixel. With 40 pixel, let me just remove this minimum width. I just want width of 40 pixel. Border radius of 25 pixel. I don't need these 3 properties. I am just going to remove. I will be giving background color. Background color, let me just write here var, and inside this I will be giving this toggle color. And finally I am just going to give here transition. I will just add here transition of var and 00 trans 03. I don't need this cursor pointer. I am just going to remove that. As soon as I refresh this one, you can see here I am having my switch. Okay, these are the properties I have just given to bring that switch here. Okay, now here I am having this switch. After this dark mode, I have given all this border color, border radius and everything. So that is the reason I am having. Now suppose if I don't give this position relative, I will save this. You can see here I am not having any effect. I will just remove this position absolute now. I will refresh this one. Now you can see this button, okay, this switch will come here. So for that I am just going to uncomment this one. Now inside this, okay, this will be the parent. Inside that toggling one we are just going to add now. Okay, for that we will be adding position absolute now. Okay, so for that we are just going to use pseudo elements. Inside this switch I will be adding before. Okay, these pseudo elements are very important, before and after. And whenever we use this one we have to give this content. Okay, this is mandatory. Content I don't want anything, so I am just writing here content property. I am just leaving as blank. Now for this I will be giving position to be absolute. Okay, for parent I have already given relative, so for this I am just going to give here absolute. Okay, before this whatever stylings I am adding here, before this switch it is going to add. Then finally let me just copy this one, and inside this I will be pasting height. I will be giving here 15 pixel, and also width I am just going to give 15 pixel. Then I will be giving border radius. Let me just copy this border radius, and here I will be pasting that one. And for this border radius I will be giving 50%. Then I am just going to give top I need 50%, and also left let me just write here 5 pixel. And also I am just going to give here transform I will just write here translate y. In y direction I just want to translate it to minus 50%. Okay, finally we are just going to give background color and this transition property. I will copy, and here I am just going to paste. I will refresh this one. Okay, now here also toggle color, here also toggle color. Let me just remove this, and inside this I am just going to give this sidebar color. Okay, these properties I have just added to get this circle. Okay, you can see this circle we are having here white color. So just to get that one I have just added all these properties. Now when I am in dark mode I just want to change the position. So for that let me just write here. I will be writing here body, and whenever my body is in dark mode I just want to change this one. Let me just copy, and inside this I will be pasting that one. For this I will be writing here left position. I will just write here left is equal to 20 pixel. Okay, whenever my body is in, okay, that is in dark mode, let me just show you. Whenever it is in dark mode it should come to left, and the position, okay, this position should be 25 pixel. Okay, 20 pixel, sorry, it should move 20 pixel away. Okay, so for that I have just added this one, and let me just change the spelling ITCH, and here also I will just change this one. I will save this. Now let me just come to my project. Now you can see here I am having this circle. Now when this is in dark mode this will be moved to 20 pixel away. Okay, this is the property. I have just added all this property just to get this circle. Okay, now if I just come into this one, I will refresh this one. You can see now here I will not be having that circle. As soon as I gave this before and I have added all these properties, so here I am having this circle. Okay, now whenever I click on this it should be working like this. Okay, whenever I click you can see this circle, I should be getting this circle. Okay, now we are done with this. Next, okay, I will be telling you how to give this proper stylings. Okay, this kind of stylings you can see here. I can see only the icons, but content whatever we are having here that is not visible. Okay, side by side we are not having here, so we will be seeing this one. Okay, don't worry why we are not getting, because I have still not done the stylings here. Okay, next we are just going to design the home page. Okay, home section, let me just write here. Now inside this, okay, this section I am talking about this section. First I will be writing here home. Inside this I am just going to add the basic stylings. Let me just copy all the things, and here I will be pasting that one. For this position will be absolute. Let me just remove this. I will be giving top to be 0. Left I will be giving around 250 pixel. Okay, because width I have given, the sidebar width I have given. So after that I just want to give here 250 pixel. Height I will just give here 100 view height. Okay, complete 100 view height it is taking. Width I am just going to calculate. Okay, if you want to give minimum width, maximum width, it completely depends on you. Out of 100 percentage, let me just write here 250 pixel. And finally I am just going to give here border, okay, that is background color, and this transition I will be pasting it here. And for this I will be giving body color. I will save this. Now I'll refresh this one. You can see the content is been aligned properly, and here I am having the content, okay, body color, transition, everything is changed. Inside this home we are having this text, okay, all this content we are having. So I'm just going to design that one. Inside this home I am having this text. For this I will be giving font size. Let me just write here 30 pixel. Font weight I will be giving here 500. Okay, these are the basic stylings. Color I am just going to give. Color I will be giving here var, and inside this I will be giving text color. And finally I am just going to give padding. Padding is giving space from inside. I will just close this one. Padding, top and bottom I will just give here 12 pixel, and left and right I will be giving here 60 pixel. I will save this. Now I'll just refresh this one. You can see for this I have just got the padding, okay, for this slider I have got the padding, top and bottom, and also left and right, okay, left and right of 60 pixel, top and bottom of 12 pixel, okay, for this heading. Now inside this home we are having all these paragraphs. I'm just going to design that one. Now here I will be writing home. Inside that we are having this paragraph. For this paragraph, let me just copy this one, and inside this I'm just going to paste. Padding top I'll just give here top and bottom, okay, top I'm just going to give here 0, left and right I will be giving 60 pixel, and bottom I will be giving here 10 pixel. I will save this. I will refresh this one. You can see the complete, okay, it is aligning properly, and here I am having the content, okay, bottom 10 pixel, left and right 60 pixel, and top 0 pixel. Okay, finally I am just going to give this, okay, whenever I click on close button, what I should be getting, I will be writing here slider, sorry. Inside this slider, whenever I click on this close, for my home page, okay, these I am just going to give here. This is the tilt. For this home, I just want to give the left position should be changed. I will copy. Okay, whenever I click on the arrow symbol, the width I have given as 88 pixel previously. Let me just show you. 88 pixel. You can see whenever I click, whenever I close, which will be 88 pixel. Now for this content, after I closing, the content should be around 78 pixel. I will save this, the position of the content. I will refresh. Now you can see it is 78 pixel of width here. As soon as I click on this, this width will be this one, okay, what I have given previously. For this home, what I have given, it will be 250. When it closing, it will be 78 pixel. Below this I will be giving height. I will just give here 100 view height. I am just going to calculate the width. Width I am just going to give here. Let me just write here width. And inside this I will be giving here calc 100% minus 70 pixel. Okay, I just want to give this width. Okay, if you don't know this property, I will be uploading complete video on this one so that you will understand in more better way. Okay, I don't want to explain advanced CSS. If you don't know, then you can give the normal minimum width and maximum width. But this is the property I am just using here. Okay, now when in dark mode, I'll just come here, and inside this I will be writing here body. When I am in dark mode, I just want my home. Inside that we are having this text. Okay, I want this home, and this text and this paragraph, I just want to change the color. Color I will be giving here var, and inside this I'll just give here text color. Okay, whenever I am in dark mode, I just want to give this property, so I have just given that. Okay, this is the dark mode we have just added. And let me just come here. For this we have added whenever we are in dark mode, the switch position should be changed. Finally, we are left with this one. Okay, we are having this slider. Okay, whenever we are in dark mode, let me just copy this one, and inside this I will be pasting that one. Slider, I will be writing here dark, and also I am just going to write here, instead of this slider I should be writing here body. when my body is in dark mode, I just want this slider, dot slider, and inside this I just want this li hover icon. Again I just want this body dark. Here I will be pasting that one, slider li. Then we are having a hover and text. For this I am just going to change the color as text color. Okay, we are done with this. And finally, okay, this everything I am just going to uncomment it later. Okay, we are done with the CSS stylings. Now next what we are going to see in next session, we are just going to align this properly. Okay, this content, okay, you can see whenever I click on this, here I am having dashboard revenue, icon, everything is visible. Okay, we got the switch. Now only thing is we just have to focus on this one. Okay, it is taking, as of now it is taking 78 pixel, but when we write the JavaScript code, it will be aligned properly and everything will be looking exactly like this. Okay, and also I will be giving you one exercise which you have to complete in this project. Once you complete this exercise, then you will be very confident enough to make this kind of projects. Okay, we are done with this basic stylings. Next section, I will be telling you how to align this properly and also how to write JavaScript code, and later on we are just going to end this project. Okay, till now we have completed till here. We have added stylings and also we are done with the HTML part. Okay, now some more stylings we have to add so that we will be getting this exact design. Okay, so before that, let me just come to HTML. Now inside this we are done with everything. Now here I am having this logout. What I will do, I will just copy this li from here and inside this ul I am just going to paste. Okay, because inside this ul I will be having two li's, so I am just going to paste here. And also I am just going to remove this class. Okay, only one li I have just copied and I have just pasted inside this ul. Okay, now if I refresh this one, I will be having the same output. I have just done this because inside this ul I will be having two li's. Okay, so that it will be looking like an unordered list. So for that I have just added this one. Now if you see here, inside this anchor tag we are having this li and we are having this span. Inside this anchor tag we are having this icon, and inside this span we are having this text. Okay, now my icon is here and my text is down. Okay, if you notice here, below this icon we are having this text. So for that what I will just do, I will just come here inside my slider. I will just search for that. Inside my slider I am having this li, and inside this li we are having this anchor tag. Okay, now for this I am just going to add here display to be flex. Below this I will just write here display to be flex. I will save this. Now as soon as I refresh this one, you can see the content whatever I am having here, that has come on side by side. Now these are not aligned properly, so for that I am just going to add two more properties. I will just come here. Now inside this I will be adding here align items. I will just add here align items to be center. I will save. Now I will just refresh this one. Now you can see these are aligned properly, but this background color I don't need. So for that, instead of giving this background color, let me just write here transparent. Okay, transparent means there is a background color but it is not visible. Okay, transparent color. I will refresh this. Now you can see the background color has gone. Okay, now it is almost looking like our design. Now I will be adding some more stylings. Okay, these stylings will be important when we are adding JavaScript. Okay, so for that I am just going to add here below this selection. Let me just come up. Now below this selection, whenever my body is in dark mode, I just have to add some colors. I will be writing here body, and inside this I am just going to write here dark. Now inside this I will be adding the colors. I am just pasting this one. Okay, this dark mode, it will be useful whenever I click on that switch. This dark mode colors whatever I have given, that should be displayed for me. Okay, this entire, okay, in our entire project we have used the same variables, so here also I am just giving the same variables. I will just show you. Now whenever I am in dark mode, you can see the content and everything, okay, all the colors is being changed. Okay, similar way we are just going to work. I will come here. Okay, we are done with this. Now for this side slider, let me just give some padding. I will just give here padding because the background color is stuck 10 pixel, and also I am just going to give here 14 pixel, top and bottom 10, left and right 14. I will come, I will refresh this one. Now whenever I hover on this, for slider I am having some padding, so here I will be getting this proper result. Then after that I am just going to uncomment this one. Okay, while we are adding JavaScript, we are just going to use this, and also we are having this slider close. I will just uncomment this one. Okay, this entire thing we have styled previously. Whenever I click on this close, the text should be given the opacity as 0. So I am just going to uncomment that one. Now I will just come down, and also one more thing we just have to change. Now for this header toggle, I have just given here 50 pixel. Now instead of that, I am just going to give here 50%. Now I will refresh this one. Okay, now you can see this is taking 88 pixel of width because I have just uncommented that one. So here I am having this 88 pixel, and also for text I have just given opacity as 0, so that that text is not visible. But when we add JavaScript, whenever I click on this arrow symbol, the text should be visible. Okay, like this it should be visible. Okay, as of now I am just going to uncomment all the stylings whichever I have done previously, and I have just changed here 50%. And this also I am just going to uncomment. Okay, body dark slider header, when this toggle I just want to change the color, and for using this one I will be changing the position of arrow. Now if you see here, my arrow position is on right side. As soon as I click on this, it will the position will be changed. In the same way, now if I just refresh this one, you can see the position is changed because here I have written at the end. So this will be taking higher priority and this stylings will be applied. But when we add JavaScript, whenever I click on that arrow symbol, only then the position should be changed. Then inside the slider, text decoration, background color, width, height, okay, everything we have just applied. Border radius, font size, okay, I don't think that we need this one, font size and font weight. I will just remove this, and also I am just going to remove this color. Okay, I don't need this one. Extra properties I am just going to remove. I will save this. Now I will refresh this one. Anyhow, it is not going to affect much, but this using this display flex and align items, we are just aligning the items, and also we have bring the icon and also content side by side. Okay, so for that we have just used this display flex. Now we are almost done with all the stylings. Okay, we are done with this basic stylings. What I have done, I have just added the dark mode stylings. Okay, this dark mode, whenever I click on this stylings, whatever I have given here, that should be applied. Okay, the color should be changed and everything. Okay, whatever it is related, whichever content we want to change the color, we just have to give like this. Okay, body dark. Okay, body, let me just remove this. I just have to give here body element dot dark mode. Okay, this will be the class. I will save this. Okay, now we are done with this basic stylings. We are done with our HTML part. We are done with the CSS part. Now next what we are going to do, we are going to start with our JavaScript. Before that, let me just refresh this one. Now whenever I click on this button, it is not going to work. Now when I click on these buttons, it will be working. You can see dark mode, light mode, everything is working. Now in the same way, we are just going to add JavaScript code for this. As previously I told, I will be using internal JavaScript here. Let me just do Control B. Now inside this index.html, below this section, I will be writing here JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript can be run inside the HTML code, inside the script tag. I will be writing here script, and below this I am just going to close the script tag. Okay, now inside this I will be writing the JavaScript code. Okay, for entire project I am just going to write here JavaScript code. Okay, if you want to create separate file and if you want to link that file here, that also you can do. Okay, there is no restriction in that. You can use JavaScript anywhere inside the HTML code. Okay, so I am just using here. Now first what I am going to do, I am just going to create one variable. I will be giving here constant, and I will just create my variable name as body. Inside this I just want to select my entire body. So for that I will just write here document dot query selector, and for this I just want to select my entire body element. Okay, body tag. Okay, this entire body, this till here. okay, which is wrapping my entire content. So I'm just going to select that, and I'm just storing inside this body variable. Below this I will just write here slider, or let me just write here sidebar. For this I will just write here body, and inside this I just want to select my navbar. I will just write here query selector, and inside this I will be select my nav tag, and this nav tag I have just stored inside this sidebar variable. In the same way, let me just copy this 3-4 times. I will just change this variable, and instead of this let me just write here toggle, and whenever I click on this I just want to select this toggle class. Okay, this is the tag, this is the toggle class, okay, where we have created this one. Let me just show you where we have created that arrow symbol, arrow icon. For that I have just given the class, and I am just selecting that toggle class. Okay, whenever I click on this body, okay, whenever I am going in dark mode, this entire classes should be selected, and also this elements, okay, this tag should be selected. Now after this toggle, let me just write here toggling, and whenever I click on this I should just select the class as toggling. Okay, we have already styled all these classes. You can see for this one we are having this class. Let me just copy, and here I will be pasting, okay, same. Then after toggling, let me just select here mode switch, and inside this I just want to select my toggle switch. Okay, this one I will just select, and inside this I will be pasting this one. And finally I just want to select the text, mode text. Whenever I click on that I just have to search, okay, I just have to select this one, mode text, because when I am in light mode it should be displaying me dark mode, when I am in dark mode it should be displaying light mode. I will just paste that class here, and this is also class, so I am just going to add dot here. I will refresh this one. Now you can see, now this is light mode, so here it is asking me the dark mode. Now when I click on this, here I am having the light mode. Okay, and also as I told you, I will be giving a simple exercise to you. Once you are able to complete that exercise, then you will be confident enough to display simple icons inside JavaScript. Okay, I will be telling you what is the exercise. Okay, I have just created all these variables. Okay, first I have just created body, and inside that I have just selected the body tag. Okay, entire body I have just selected. I have stored inside this variable. Then after that, for sidebar I am just selecting this nav tag, and whenever I am toggling I am just selecting this toggle, that is the arrow symbol. For this toggling I am selecting this toggling, then I am selecting this toggle switch and mode text. Okay, these are the variables created, and also I have given all the variables some values. Now below this let me just come down. Now we are just going to add the listeners. First I will be writing here toggle, and for this I will be adding here add event listener, add event. Okay, I am not getting any suggestion, let me just type this one, add event listener. And inside this, whenever I click on this one, okay, this is my arrow mark, I will be using this fat arrow function. Whenever I click on this arrow symbol, okay, that is my arrow symbol, let me just show you. Okay, this is my arrow symbol. Whenever I click on this arrow symbol, I just want to add the class as close. I will be coming here, I will just write here sidebar, and for this I will just add the class list, and inside this I am just going to add the class as, okay, I just want to toggle this, so here I will be adding the class as close. Okay, for close we have already given all the properties. I will refresh my project. Now when I click on this, okay, here let me just write here toggle. I will save this. I will refresh my project. Now when I click on this, you can see it is working. Okay, now it is working. Whenever I click on this, sidebar, okay, this is my arrow mark. Whenever I click on this, this class will be added. Now for this sidebar close, let me just come here. I will come up. Now for this slider, okay, here I have given the class as slider, but here I have just created the variable as sidebar. Okay, this close, this width will become 88 pixel, and also it is toggling. So first it will be 88 pixel, then it will be 250 pixel. Okay, whatever I have given here, that will also be displayed. Okay, basically it is toggling. It will increase, it will decrease, it will increase and it will decrease. And the opacity whatever I have given here for the text, it is also getting applied. Okay, this entire text opacities will also be applied. Okay, now we are done with this toggle. We have just toggling this close class. Now what I am going to do, I am just going to write this variable mode switch, okay, which I have created. For this also I am just going to add this add event listener, and inside this, whenever I click on this, I will be using this fat arrow function. Whenever I click on this, what it should happen, it should toggle to dark mode and also the light mode. Okay, let me just copy this, and here I will be pasting that one class list. Okay, for toggling to dark and light mode, I have already given the class as dark. I will save this. I will refresh this one. Now when I click on this dark mode, okay, now here it is not working. Okay, now whenever I click on this, it is not working. Let me just see here. Okay, here I just have to add here body. Okay, I just have to change the entire body. So I am just going to add here. I will click on this. You can see as soon as I click on this, here the entire content. Okay, now entire content is in dark mode. Again when I click on this, here I am having, okay, everything is working. Now what I am going to do, I just want to change this text as well. Now whenever I click on this, here I am having this dark mode. Now when I am in dark mode, I just want it to change to light mode. So what I am going to do, I am just going to write here if else. If my body dot class list, if this contains, let me just write here, if this contains the text, if this contains this class, okay, if it is having this class, if it is in dark mode, I just want to change the text. I will be writing here mode text, and for this I am just going to add here inner text or inner HTML. Inner text I will just change here light mode. Below this I will be writing here else, and inside this else I will be writing here dark mode. Okay, this is the basic and simple JavaScript I have just written. I have not used advanced JavaScript here. Now I will refresh this one. Now when I click on this, okay, it is working. Now when I click on this, you can see now here I am having light mode. Again when I click on this, here I am having this dark mode. Now in my demo project, here also we are having one thing missing, that is the light mode symbol icon basically, and here also we are having this icon missing. Okay, now what you have to do, somehow make anything, okay, do anything, whatever you want you can do, and bring this icon here. Okay, whenever we are in dark mode, we are having this icon, but when we are in light mode, we are not having this icon. Okay, once you are completely done with this project, do anything and you have to bring this icon and you have to display this icon here. And if you are done with this exercise, you can paste that particular section in your comment code, and I will be providing you with the source code. Okay, now we are done with this project. Now what we are going to do, we are just going to revise the entire thing. Okay, in JavaScript what I have just done, I have just created some variables and I have selected that particular classes and elements. And when I click on this toggle, that arrow symbol, okay, let me just show you this position as well. Now you can see when I click on this, the position will be changed. Again when I click on this, the position of the arrow will be changed. Okay, dark mode, light mode, dark mode, light mode. Again when I click on this, dark mode, light mode, dark mode, light mode. Okay, now everything is working. I have just added the class here close. Whenever I click on that, all the close class will be added. And also for this body, I have just added the class as dark. And if my body is containing dark class, then content should be light mode, or else the content should be dark mode. Now I will just inspect this one and I will just show you what it is happening. Okay, now here inside this you can see we are having dark mode. Now here I am having light mode. You can see now my body is having dark. So whenever my body is having this dark class, so here I will be having the dark mode. Let me just open that as well. Inside this nav, inside this last section, inside this UL, inside this mode text, you can see light mode is added here. Now again when I just go to dark mode, you can see now my body is not having that dark class. So here I will be having the dark mode. Okay, this is how it is going to change. Okay, while we are using JavaScript, dynamically we can just update the data. And also when I click on this position, okay, you can see now close class will be added. Inside this nav, after slider we are having this close. Now again when I open this, only slider class is visible, okay, close class is gone, and here I am not having this one because I have added the class here. Whenever I click on this, only then I should add this close class, okay, or else I should not add this close class. Okay, we are done with our HTML part, CSS part and JavaScript part. Okay, in next section I will just revise the entire thing. If you want, you can just take the screenshot of this one, or you can type along the video. You will get the better result, and also you will be having the better practice of doing the programs. Now in this section I will be revising the entire project. Okay, first we have just written the basic HTML code. Inside that we have given slider, we have linked our CSS file, and we have just linked our font awesome icons. Below this I am having this body. Inside this body I am having two children. First is my nav and second is my section. Okay, inside this section I am having one div, and inside that I have just given one heading. Okay, if you want to increase the font size, if you want to decrease the font size, if you want to increase the font weight or decrease it, then you can do that one. And inside that I am having all the content. Okay, this is the second child. Now inside this nav, first I am having header, and below this I am having this menu bar. Okay, body is having two children, nav and section. Nav is having two children, header and div. Inside this header I am having logo, and also I am having the text here. Okay, this is my logo and this is the text, and also I am having this arrow symbol. Now inside this menu bar, here I am having two children's. First is my menu and second is my last section. Inside this menu I am having UL, LI, inside this LI anchor tag, and inside that I am having icon and content. Then inside my second child I am having one UL, LI for logout button, and for this dark mode and light mode. Okay, I have just added these classes. Okay, if you want, you can just take the screenshot from here. I will just wait for 2 seconds, and then we are just having this one menu bar, notifications, like the videos, logout button, and finally nav is ended. Then we are having this section, and inside this we are having this content. Then below this we are having JavaScript. Before that, let me just come to style.css, and inside this, first what I have done, I have just imported this font awesome. If you want to add some more sizes here, you can just write here 300 semicolon, okay, 500 semicolon, you can just add like this. I have just given the basic one, padding 0, margin 0, box sizing, and for this entire I have just given this font family. Then I have just created this CSS variables, because the entire color I have used multiple times. Now in place of this, if I just give here orange, I will save this. I will come to my project. Let me just close this one. Now I will refresh this one. Wherever I am having this primary light color, okay, that is my primary color, everywhere it will be changed to orange color. You can see it will be changed to orange color. And here also let me just write here red, and for body color let me just write here green. I will save this. I will just remove this hash. I will save this. I will refresh this one. Now wherever I am having that colors, okay, these colors will be applied. Okay, so that is the reason we will be using this primary colors. Okay, we will be using the CSS variables. Let me just bring it back to normal. I will save this. Now I will refresh this one. Okay, now here I am having this result. Then inside this body I have given minimum width, I have given the background color as body color, and transition I have just given 02, okay, 02 seconds. Then selection, whenever I select I will be getting this background color and also this color, okay, you can see white color. Then body dark, when my body is in dark mode I have just changed all these colors, okay, text color, toggle color. From here whatever colors I am having, opposite colors I have just given here inside dark mode. For this slider I have just given position to be fixed. Okay, the position will be fixed of my slider. Top will be 0 and left will be 0. I have given the classes height, width, okay, z index. Okay, basically I have just adding the basic stylings. And when I click on this close, I should be getting the width as 88 pixel. For header I have just styled this one. Logo section, okay, everything I have just designed. Okay, basic stylings I have just done here. Then for toggle, okay, this is my arrow symbol. Position will be absolute. There I have given position to be fixed. Here I have given position absolute. Top will be 50%. Right I have given minus 25 pixel. Now what if I give here 25 pixel? Now if I refresh this one, you can see it will come here. So for that I have just given here minus 25 pixel. Accordingly you can calculate the values and you can give the result. Okay, you can give these values here. Then I have just given the position, okay, using this translate and transform, height, width, primary color, display, flex. Okay, these three I have just given to align it properly. The circle and the arrow symbol should be aligned properly. Now if I don't give this, now if I refresh this, you can see my arrow symbol is not aligned properly with the circle. So I have just given this three values, okay, three properties. Now my arrow symbol is in middle, font size, cursor pointer and this transition. And whenever I am having this dark mode, I am just changing the color, okay, color of this toggle and also this header. Okay, inside this header we are having all the content. So I am just changing that one. Now I'll refresh. Now whenever you can see, whenever I am in dark mode, this entire colors will be changed. Then again I am just, okay, whenever I am having this close class, I am just rotating the position of arrow symbol, then menu design, then this toggling one. Okay, basic stylings we have just done here. Then for here also, whenever I am having this dark mode, for hover effect I have just added this one. Then finally we are having this menu bar, WebKit I have just added here. Whenever we are adding this one, I will be getting one scroll bar. Now if I just don't give this, I will refresh this one, you can see the scroll bar is visible here. Okay, this scroll bar after icons. So I don't want this to be visible, but I want that effect. So for that I am just giving this property, WebKit scroll bar. Then we are just designing this mode, switch mode, sun mode. Okay, I have just given this classes. Accordingly I have just given all the stylings. You can see we are done with all the stylings. Once we are done with the stylings, I have just come here. Inside this I have just added the JavaScript. I have just created one variable. I have selected the entire body. After that I am selecting this entire elements and classes. After that I am just adding here add event listener. Whenever I click on this, for this slide bar, I am just going to toggle this and I will be adding this close class. And inside CSS, wherever I am having this close, this entire thing, this entire properties will be added to sidebar. Then after that I just want to change this text. And also when I click on this, okay, when I click on this switch, I should be adding this dark class, and wherever I am having the dark class inside CSS, all the properties will be applied to body. And if my body is containing light mode, then I should be getting dark mode. If it is containing dark mode, then I should be getting light mode. Then how we have to differentiate this one? By using this dark class. If I am having dark class, then I should be getting this light mode. If I am not having dark class inside the body, then I should be getting this dark mode. Okay, now we are done with this one. Okay, this is our result, this is our output. When I click on this, here I am having this entire thing. Again when I click on this entire sizing, okay, this entire font design, you can give whatever you want. Now what I have told you, now in the same way how I am getting here icon for dark mode, in the same way I just want the icon for light mode. Okay, do whatever you want, get the code from anywhere, try to do by yourself. Once you do this exercise by yourself, then you will be confident enough to display the icons. You will be confident enough when you have to display that icon and when you should hide that icon. Once you are able to get this icon, provide that entire, okay, only that particular lines of code inside the comment section. If that is correct, then I will be providing you with this entire source code. Okay, now we are done with this project. We have just designed the designer slider in this complete project using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Hope you liked this and enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.